Let's get to it.
YouTube, what is going on? You bloody gorgeous Guardians. It is Mesa Sean back at it with some Destiny, and here's another exotic weapon review. This is the 4th Horseman, and this thing looks cool, sounds cool, and it's kind of fun to use. Is it exactly useful for a lot of situations? Not so much, but, you know, I kind of label it in the fun factor. You know, it's like, let's say for instance, Dragon's Breath. Is that gun particularly very good or useful? Not really, but you combine that with the Titan and with Rune Wings, and it is just fun spamming the hell out of enemies and bosses with those solar flare rockets. So again, not a particularly OP or even slightly, where am I going with this? It's a fun gun to use, I'll say this. And you actually can use it in PvP, but you have to get close. So when we go into stats and stuff, I'll show you. When I was getting these clips, I was using my Warlock. And, you know, Warlocks kind of fit between, they're not slow turtles like Titans, and they're not speed demons like Hunters. So what I do, I think it was Arcane Wisdom or something. I basically try to go with maxing out my agility in both those skill trees. But we'll get into that in a second. Now, I don't have any PvE clips because really there's no point in showing you. I mean, me personally, I never use shotguns in PvE just because I cannot stop using my Light of the Abyss. I use that thing for all things PvE if I'm not using like a sniper rifle. But, I mean, it works well in PvE. It's you know, when you get it maxed out at 331 attack, definitely can take down bosses, big knights and all that stuff. But again, you got to get close to them. So I definitely wouldn't use this in PvE situations. But again, it's a fun gun. It looks cool. It sounds cool. Another key thing is if you use this in PvP, never ever hip fire this thing. Okay, you always want to try to aim down sights, and I actually love the sights on this thing, and well, I just love the whole overall look of this gun. But the reticle is really cool looking, and I think it's perfect. For some reason, the invective, even though I don't really use the invective that much, I can't stand the invective sights with it, even though it's like a little mini red dot type of sight. All right, so there I hip fired him, but I only because I knew he was right there, because he was crouching, but he kept popping up on my radar. So we'll go into the stats and we'll look at all the different perks and mods and all that things and what I was running it with, and also I'll just show you real quick on my Warlock the 2 attributes I was using to boost my agility a little bit. So again, I would say this would actually be more ideal for a hunter in PvP. Well, obviously hunters are the fastest class, but a hunter with maxed out agility and the whoosh jumping, which I'm fully now back into since the Iron Banner hit. I've realized that Blade Dancers are so OP, it's ridiculous. You put Blade Dancer on with the Lucky Raspberry and Whoosh Jump. I just call it Whoosh Jumping because I never did it until recently, because everyone blink jumps all the time, and I find it is very effective. But I'm babbling about that, so let's go in and look at the abilities. Forgot to mention, try not to fire it in full auto in PvP. Try to single fire it. It bounces all over the place when you fire it in full auto. So it's arc damage, and you can see the stats. Rate of fire is pretty fast. Impact, not so great. Range, I got it. That's actually maxed out, the range right there, when you see the abilities that I choose, because the when you get it stock fresh out of the box, peel off the new weapon plastic and you smell it, range is just horrific. So I go with Field Choke because, again, I want more range and I want more impact. If you're single firing it, you're not going to worry about the recoil, so I would go with Field Choke. Next one's going to be Final Round, so the last shot that you got is going to deal some bonus damage, so sometimes you may want to just unload on someone. Hopefully that last shot will get him. Now, I go with hand loaded because, again, I want range. Because you can see here, if you go either 2 fitted stock, don't worry about stability. You want to single fire this thing. You want that range. Then you got return to center, so when you get kills with the weapon, it grants some bonus ammo right back to the magazine. So is it really useful? Not particularly. And this thing is arc damage. So again, can't stress enough, try not to fire this in full auto when you're in PvP. Just try to single fire it and you'll be much better off. Don't worry about the recoil. Just do everything you can to max out the range on this thing. So overall, it's a fun gun. I mean, I want to go crazy trying to get this thing. I actually hope my will is not my way. Xur doesn't sell this on Friday. I got a feeling they're rotating old guns and then new DLC guns every other week, which I hope they don't. So anyway, I got this from an Engram in my Engram package opening pizza party video last Saturday, and then also I've seen 2 other people get it, of course not me, on the Rock Strike playlist where I was in their lobby. So anyway, that's it, guys. So drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Links will be in the description. And that's it. You stay beautiful, Guardians.